Introduction and Setup. Welcome. Today I'm going to walk you through a simple step-by-step process for painting a flower on canvas. This is an 8-minute crash course, perfect for beginners or anyone who wants to refresh their technique. First, gather your materials: a primed canvas, acrylic or oil paints, a set of brushes, round, filbert, and flat, plus a palette, water or solvent, and a rag. Choose a flower reference image or a real bloom in front of you. Have your colors ready: a mix of warm and cool tones for petals, greens for leaves, and a few earth colors for shadows. Let's begin. Toning the canvas and sketching. Start by applying a thin wash of diluted raw sienna or light gray to tone the canvas. This stops the bright white from overwhelming your eyes and helps balance your colors. Once dry or nearly dry, lightly sketch the flower's main shapes with a pencil or thin paint. Keep it loose. You're marking where the petals, leaves, and center will go. Decide where the light's source is coming from, because that will guide your shadows and highlights. Blocking and values. Before adding fine details, blocking your main values, the darks, mids, and lights. Use a larger brush to fill big areas with flat color. Don't worry about exact hues yet. Focus on the lightness or darkness. Think of your flower as simple geometric forms like cones and spheres, so the light reads correctly. This stage is your map for the rest of the painting. Base colors for petals. Now, lay in the base midtones of your petals. Use a filbert or round brush to follow the petal's natural curve. Keep your strokes broad and confident, covering the whole petal shape. Separate shadow petals from light petals using temperature shift: slightly warmer for light areas, slightly cooler for shadow areas. Don't add highlights yet, save them for later so they pop. Building petal form. Begin to model each petal by layering slightly lighter or darker tones to suggest depth. Apply darker shades toward the base or undersides of petals, and lighter tones toward the tips or wherever the light hits. Use a soft blending motion or light feathering with the brush to create a gentle transition. Think of it as sculpting with paint. You're shaping the petals into 3 dimensions. Detailing the flower center. Move to the heart of the flower. Lay down the ochre base color for the center. Then, using a fine liner brush, add strokes or dots to represent stamens or pollen. Keep these marks small but deliberate. They add life and realism. A few brighter yellow or white dots can act as focal accents, but draw the viewer's eye right to the middle. Leaves, stem, and background touches. Switch 2 greens for the leaves and stem. Start with a mid-tone green, then deepen shadow areas by mixing in a touch of red or burnt sienna. Highlight the top edges of leaves where the light falls. Use directional brushstrokes that follow the leaf's natural veins. For the background, keep it often less detailed so the flower stands out. You can gently blend the background into the edges of outer petals for depth. Refining highlights and finishing. Step back and check your work. Sharpen the edges on your focal petals and soften the edges farther from the viewer to create depth. Add your brightest highlights last. These can be pure, thick white, or a pale yellow, placed where the light is strongest. A tiny glint on a petal edge or a drop of dew can be magical. Finally, add your signature in a color that blends but is still visible. Clean your brushes and remember, varnish only after your painting is fully dry. Congratulations, you've just painted a flower on canvas.